Well, it's time for our new weekly series here on NBC6, The Breakdown, where we take a look at issues as we get closer to the 2020 elections.
Yeah, and today NBC6 reporter Dan GROSSMAN takes a look at what attracts voters when it comes to politicians.
Have you ever thought about the way we say things and how that can completely change the way people look at us? For example, hey, what's up, South Florida? I'm Dan GROSSMAN, and thanks for being with us on The Breakdown. Hello, I'm Dan GROSSMAN, and we so appreciate you taking the time to join us on The Breakdown. Same person, same message, but different perception. You can leave now. Politicians spend a lot of time doing this, tailoring how exactly they say things, and it's why some people tend to gravitate towards those politicians who don't really sound like politicians. Let's take a closer look on this week's Breakdown. When you hear the word politician, what are some of the character traits that come to mind?
They think of underhanded individuals, manipulators. They all say that, so I'm going to vote for this guy anyway.
Most recently, though, we can go back to the 2016 election where we're seeing Donald Trump come in, really doing things that are unprecedented.
Mr. President, yes or no?
Who you with? You with CNN?
Wait, Mr. President, wait.
Okay, let's pause. For context, it's not just the president that, quote, doesn't talk like a politician. You can go back to 2010 when Chris Christie was running for the governor of New Jersey, and it made him wildly popular there. Richard Nixon also did this to a degree. Okay, now back to Dr. Rossi.
A lot of his supporters really like that he's brash, bold, the authoritarian personality. A guy that's going to say it like he thinks it should be said.
Why do they like that? Does it convey a certain sense of trust?
The why here is the most important question because it relates to the voters' belief system. They pitch to a certain group that's out there. If you can pitch to enough people and get half of the vote and one more, you can win.
Hey, sorry. One more thing. It's like a math equation to the logical side of our brain. If we think politicians aren't trustworthy, then that must mean those who don't act like politicians probably are more authentic, trustworthy, and relatable. Dr. Rossi says that's not really the case.
That's really not the case.
Even if we think it is. Politicians, though, they know this, which is why some have really emulated the whole tactic. Do you think this bellicose, abrasive style of politician is becoming more popular? Because you're not just seeing it here in the United States, you're seeing it internationally. Boris Johnson over in the UK. You see Jair Bolsonaro in Brazil. It seems like this is catching on.
Great question, because it is catching on internationally because of the same reasons that we just mentioned. You can pitch to a certain group of people. If you get half of the people pretty much in line with you, you're going to win, even if half of the people really don't like you.
It's all about image and which image a politician wants to convey. Thanks again for being with us on The Breakdown. See you next week. Salutations.
I didn't know he had a twin.
No, I didn't either.
I got to meet that guy. That was pretty cool.